Alexa TV presents in 3, 2, 1. Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
This week on Dateline Schools, we're learning some tips on what we can do to keep this prom and graduation season a safe one, not only for our graduates, but for all people participating and celebrating this educational milestone. And to give us some tips, my special guest is St. Clair police officer Doug Schnieder. And Doug, what are some tips that you have for parents, especially if they're going to host a party to celebrate their child's graduation?
You know, we do get a lot of parents calling the office and saying, hey, we have this thing going on. What should we do? You know, some of the biggest questions is just, the noise ordinance. Our kids are going to be out and being noisy. We have a stance, we appreciate you getting us involved and letting us know what's going on. So, in times like that, we do step up and say, hey, congratulations on your big milestone. And just remember that let's be safe. So, a lot of times the parents are just asking, what is going to happen if we have a minor that does drink, and we kind of give them, the idea that it is zero tolerance for anybody under 21. And so it does help them be aware that, they don't have to be the bad guys necessarily, that, we are police officers, and we do, have to uphold the laws that are in place. And we appreciate those parents that do take that extra step ahead of time, to make sure that everyone's safe.
Now, if a parent does have alcohol at a graduation party, obviously probably not going to card people, but what's the legal ramifications for them if a student is found drinking at their party?
It does depend on if they snuck it in or if the parent was aware of the drinking, and it is two different situations. If they're found to be, somebody drinking at a party and unbeknownst to the adults there, it simply falls on to the, underage person. And if it is somebody that is being served by an adult, then the responsibility falls on both of them. And there are strict penalties for somebody that does serve underage alcohol to the minors.
If parents know, and I know kids will be sneaking out to different parties and just being with their friends, parents suspect anything, with drinking or marijuana or whatever, what should they do? Who should they call?
And it really depends on the parent. Obviously, we don't want to ruin anybody's, start of their new career or, lifestyle. So if the parent can handle it themselves, by all means, handle it. But if it is something that the parent really doesn't have any idea, or what to do, contact us. And like I said, there are laws in place that we do step up. It is zero tolerance. And, a lot of times it's a court fine and a court proceeding that they have to go through. And a lot of times the judge just simply gives them some groundwork as to, hey, this is your start of your new life. So it just reinforces all the fact that we need to start on a good page rather than, on a negative note.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.